Yo, what's going on, guys? It's JB and Gum here, back with another video. And today I'm gonna be talking about another weather forecast video on the tropics right now in the Atlantic Ocean. And so far, we got a ton of names to talk about right now, and we have two more disturbances out in the Atlantic right now. So we got a pretty hyperactive season right now. So right now, so far, we got 5 named storms at the same time in the Atlantic. Like that's crazy. Like I never seen 5 named storms at the same time. Last time I saw four named storms at the same time. It was in 2018. So it was Helene, Isaac, Joyce, and then Florence. So that's the four I saw it at the same time. But this one's 5. Wow, that's just a lot of names. Yeah, pretty crazy. But I'm not too surprised because this season is pretty hyperactive. So I'm not that surprised it'll get this active. But yeah, guys. So far, let's talk about Sally first. So Sally has 100-mile winds right now. That's a yeah, that's a pretty yeah, it has 100-mile winds. Yeah, it is already at Category 2 right now. Category 2, and right now the track is actually, if you see the track right now, it's showing it, um, to keep strengthening. If you keep on, if you see the discussion, it says it'll keep strengthening, forecast to keep strengthening all the way to 110 miles an hour. But I predict 115 miles an hour, before landfall. So I think this is gonna become the next major hurricane. This probably the third one. Well, the third one, um, just right behind Paulette, or we're probably. But yeah, guys, this is a pretty bad situation. But um, I think it's gonna make landfall around 115-mile-an-hour winds. So major hurricane, Category 3 winds. But yeah, guys, check out the track. If you check out the track has shifted more east. So this time, New Orleans is actually almost out of this cone, which is a good thing. But it still has hurricane warnings issued. But Mississippi and Alabama border is now under a direct impact right now in the cone, which is a really bad situation. And it looks like the Hurricane Sally will actually make landfall around 105-mile-an-hour winds. That's what it is showing. But I think it's gonna make landfall around like 115-mile-an-hour winds. But yeah, guys, after it makes landfall, it's just gonna curve out east. It's gonna curve east, and then I'm somewhere. Yeah, I'm in Charleston, and I'm gonna get a ton of rain from that thing. I'm gonna get about 1 to 2, somewhere around 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 inches of rain. But it's gonna dump a lot of rain in the Georgia and the South Carolina area, even the North Carolina area. It's gonna dump a lot of rain, somewhere around 3 to 5 inches of rain, which is still a lot. So this is the U.S. potential rainfall actually. Still pretty much a lot right now. But I don't think this has, yeah, this hasn't been updated yet. But um, all the rainfall is actually taking it to about 40, more than 40 inches of rain around the Mississippi and Alabama border, which is a lot. That's more than 1 feet. That's almost actually 2 feet. Potentially, it actually could rain about 2 feet of rain in the Mississippi and Alabama area. Yeah, which is pretty bad. Yeah, but New Orleans right now is probably going to get around 3 to 5 inches of rain, which, well, around 4 to 6 inches of rain. So much less on the yesterday. Yesterday it was around 6 to 10 inches of rain. But in the Georgia and Atlanta area, it'll get around 6 to 10 inches of rain, which is still a ton of rain it's gonna dump. For my area, it's gonna get around 2 to 4 inches, almost 4 to 6 inches. So I'm almost in the yellow there. So the flash flooding potential, there are a bunch of flooding potential. So I'm in the marginal 5%, but if you see the it's already more than 50% high of a flash flooding potential in the direct hit areas. New Orleans is around 20% chance of moderate. So yeah, check out the peak storm surge. The peak storm surge actually, in Lake of Bergine, I don't know how to pronounce that, but that place will actually get around 7 to 11 feet of storm surge. Yeah, a ton, which is a ton of storm surge. Like 11 feet is already above your it's already above your first floor. Yeah, which is pretty crazy. And in the New Orleans area. Well, New Orleans area are um, well, East New Orleans area are getting somewhere 7 to 11 feet, but the North New Orleans are getting around 3 to 5 feet. To get storm surge, which is still a lot. So New Orleans could flood again. Um, it could actually flood again. Consider of this low elevation, it could flood again. Because the levees could actually break again. Well, since Katrina hit, one of the levees broke and then it flooded all of New Orleans, and that could happen again in New Orleans. Could potentially just flood again. But in the Florida area, there are a bunch of 1 to 3 feet, 2 to 4 feet, and 4 to 7, somewhere in 4 to 7 feet. There's a lot, still a lot of storm surge. What is the probabilities? So a bunch of 90% chance in the Florida, Mississippi, and Alabama area. Yeah. Check out Paulette. So Paulette right now is at 105 miles an hour winds, and it is forecast to keep strengthening into a major Category 3 hurricane. It's forecast to keep strengthening by 12 hours from now. Somewhere like probably tonight or next morning. It's gonna reach 150-mile-an-hour winds. It's gonna become the second, actually yeah, the second major hurricane of the Atlantic season. It's still forecast to keep strengthening into 125-mile-an-hour winds, almost to a Category 4 hurricane. But I predict around 130-mile-an-hour winds. But after that, it's gonna move into the cooler waters and then turn south and then hit near somewhere where the Azores are, Azores Island. Reen already died off right now, but before it was like a tropical depression. It was the remnants of Renee. Tropical storm Vicky and Teddy has already they all just formed just today, and Teddy already formed about this morning or something. But yeah, Teddy is actually Teddy right now is forecast to strengthen a ton, rapid intensification. It is forecast to strengthen to 120-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, that's already major Category 3 hurricane, the fourth one of the Atlantic season, almost. Well, it is forecast to be the fourth major hurricane of the Atlantic season. But Vicky is forecast to keep strengthening, and then it's gonna move on into some like unfavorable conditions from the wind shear or the dry air. So yeah, it's gonna slowly die off. But right now it's at 45-mile-an-hour winds. But it is forecast to not keep strengthening anymore. Probably at that peak, 45-mile-an-hour winds. But Teddy is projected to become a very major hurricane, Category 3 hurricane, or even a Cat 4, which is possible. Um, Disturbance number 2 right now, coming off the coast of Africa, has a 50% chance of development over the next 5 days. But I think this is likely to become another system because this one right here, I think it's not unlikely it's going to become a named system, but it is going to bring a lot of showers and thunderstorms to the a lot of moisture to the Mexico area. Check out the current storm model. So this is Paulette right now. So 100 about right now it's at 105 miles an hour. So pressure 965 right now, 965, and right now if you can see the track has shown it to become a major hurricane. Well, probably by tonight, probably 2 a.m. Tuesday or something. Yeah. 150-mile-an-hour winds. And the tracker shows it keeps going north and northeast and then head south. And this is what the intensity guidance model says. A ton of models are saying Category 3 now, high Category 3. But I think it's probably gonna get to a minimum Category 4, which is pretty great. Right now. Hurricane. So it's just already at 100-mile winds right now. It hasn't updated yet, but it is at 100-mile winds. It is projected to move into Alabama and then Georgia and then eventually South Carolina and then North Carolina. So and then yeah, yeah, it's gonna dump a lot of rain to the Carolinas and Georgia. And this is projected to become, a ton of models are saying high in Category 2, but some models are even saying Category 3, which I think is possible. Category 3 is possible. Teddy, so Teddy right now is at 50 miles an hour, so Teddy is projected to actually be a Category 3 hurricane. That's, yeah, mid Category 3 hurricane. One model shows it to be a high-end Category 4, but just look at this intensity guidance model. Look at all of that. I see a ton of pinks right now. A ton of pinks and dark red. Like, wow. That is just crazy. So the pink shows a 950 to 940 millibar hurricane, which I think is possible to the pinks, between 950 and 940. I think it's possible, but the light, I think the light pink, yeah, light pink, 960 to 950 millibars. So I think it's probably gonna be around probably around 955 to 950 millibar major hurricane. Vicky right now, it doesn't look that much organized because I think yeah, the wind shear. It's the wind shear that's just tearing it apart. And the eye right there is already exposed right there. I can see the center right there. And yeah, it's gonna eventually die out pretty soon. Renee already died out too. So let's go on to the models right now. So this is what the models say. Well, just look at the satellite imagery. Take a look at the Atlantic-wide satellite imagery. Okay. Okay, hold on, it's loading. It's loading. Okay, guys, so this is the satellite imagery right now, and Sally looks very impressive on the satellite imagery model, which is, yeah, it has tons of convections and it's very organized. It's actually a pretty large storm, actually. It's actually a large storm. I think it's larger than, I think, yeah, it's large. I think it's a little larger than Paulette right there, even though it's a little weaker than, 5 miles weaker than Paulette. It looks the satellite or the convections look much more bigger than Paulette. It looks bigger than Paulette, but the storm size looks a little bigger than Paulette. But Paulette already has an eye right there, and Sally doesn't really have one yet, a eye yet. And this is Teddy right here. So Teddy looks much more organized, and yeah, and it's just gonna strengthen quite quickly, a rapid intensification. And here's Vicky right here, and here's Renee right here. And here's the disturbance coming off the coast of Africa. So we do have a ton of activities right now. So we got about 7. Well, 5 names. Well, 5 named storms and 2 disturbances. So that makes it like 7 or something. 7 storms. But here's some of the convections of the disturbance number 1 right there, sitting at the Gulf of Mexico, sitting at the unfavorable, not too favorable conditions. So let's check out the model. So let's check out what GFS and the CMC model shows. So this is what the GFS shows. So GFS is showing actually Sally to be a 980 millibar hurricane, but which is I think is not even possible at all. Yeah, it shows Sally to be a 980 millibar hurricane, and it shows Paulette to be just a 960 millibar hurricane, and it shows Teddy to actually keep strengthening. Actually, yes, to keep strengthening into a 984, 982, 977 millibar hurricane, 973, eventually to a major hurricane, 969, 965, 964. Yeah, it's gonna strengthen quite a lot. Just look at that, 963, 962. Yeah, it's eventually gonna turn off. GFS is showing it turning off and then not hitting the U.S. Yeah, and then just weaken, and then. But it's showing Sally to dump rain into the Carolina and Georgia area. Check out the CMC model. This is what the CMC model is showing. So CMC model showing a salad to be 996 millibar tropical storm, which is not even possible. That's not even possible. But showing Teddy to be strengthening, definitely strengthening into a 986, 93, 981, 9 and 982. Yeah, it shows. Yeah, it shows it not to be a very strong hurricane. Yeah, 976. Yeah, and then it shows another system right there, at the Gulf of Mexico, and it's showing it just turning off and then not affecting the U.S. But yeah, guys, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will keep you guys updated. Mostly, well, I will keep you guys updated on all the systems. But I'll be talking about Hurricane Sally because that's the one thing we're gonna be most worried about. But yeah, guys, subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell. Let's give about 5 likes on this video, and hopefully we can get to 690 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of this month. And alright, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.